Hey everybody, good afternoon. Hello, hello, hello. I am here to guys to bring you some info, some update on the YSL case. As you guys already know, that the defendant, Quantavious Dorsey, Quantavia Dorsey, um, has been removed. Well, have not removed, but his charges has been dropped against him in the RICO. So they decide they no longer. Um, hey Pisces, I have to see Pisces because she's a Pisces like me. Good morning. I'm sorry. Good afternoon. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I had to do a little commercial break on that one because you know me, I'm a Pisces and I just love my Pisces. Um, but anyway, his case has been dropped against him, and so therefore, the prosecution has decided they will no longer pursue any charges against him because he just completed a trial. He was found guilty. But let me just go ahead on and show you the paperwork on that. Just one second. Let me just show you the paperwork on that one. Here it is. This is the judge granting the state's motion. And I know I'm going to say this word wrong, but I'm going to try it anyway. It says the state of Georgia versus Cordelius Dorsey, defendant, and it gives you case number. It says order granting state's motion to nolo proquesti. I don't know how to say proquesti. I don't know how to say these Latin words, but anyway, as to defendant Cordelius Dorsey on counts 1 and counts 55. The state of Georgia has moved this court pursuant to OCGA 17-8-3, and in the interest of the public and the judicial economy, to enter an order of nolle prosqui. I don't know how to say it. Okay, as to defendant Cordelius Dorsey in counts 1 and count 55 of the above style indictment. Cordelius Dorsey is currently serving consecutive sentences of life without possibility of parole, plus 60 years consecutively as a result of murder conviction in DeKalb County and Fulton County. Accordingly, the court hereby grants the state's motion to nolle, same word again, somebody say that word for me. Counts 1 and counts 55 as defendant Dorsey only. So he's saying only he can get the drop of the RICO charges. It is hereby ordered that as the defendant Cordelius Dorsey only, count 1 and count 55 in the above style indictment are nolle prosted. This order shall be no effect of charges related to any other defendants in this case. So ordered the 12th day of September 2023, Honorable Uriel Granville, Chief Judge, Superior Court of Fulton County, Atlanta Judicial Circuit. So, all right. So, guys, you know that his case has been dropped. They no longer want to pursue any the charges against him. So now we are down to 7 defendants. 7. We're at the number of 7 defendants now. So we are no longer they will no longer be pursuing. But in the meantime, I wanted to show you guys some of his actions during trial. I'm gonna be playing these tapes. Hold on, okay. Hold on a second. And we're gonna talk about it. But I do have his attorney will be my special guest tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. His attorney will be my special guest tomorrow evening. It's going to be subscribers only. You won't be able to ask any question unless you're a subscriber. So if you're not a subscriber, you will not be able to ask him any questions. So I suggest that you guys subscribe tomorrow. Subscribe before tomorrow, because his attorney will be my special guest on Infamous Sylvie channel. But let me just go ahead and play some of this for you. And yesterday, it was pretty heated yesterday in the courtrooms. Brian Steele was not having it yesterday. There's a lot of things that's happening in the courtroom. And I'm going to go ahead and give you guys all these questions that you guys are asking me. You save it for the attorney tomorrow, because I cannot answer questions. I have no idea what you guys are asking. I know that the case is still going forward. The charges are still there for the other defendants and all this other stuff. So the attorney will be the one to ask those type of questions, because Sylvia don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. Okay, I am just a reporter. I am just bringing the information to you. I don't know the law. I don't know what happens after this, what transpires during this, or anything like that. I am not an attorney. I don't know. So please keep those questions for the attorney tomorrow. All right? Sounds good, people? Okay, so this is for the purpose of looking at this guy and some of his actions during the hearing and things like that. I just want you guys to take a look at him while all of this stuff is going on, okay? Just take a look at him. All of these hearings and stuff is going on. Look at his action.
Okay. All right, thank you. Mr. Steele, I'm going to overrule your objection, okay? And I'm assuming they can lay the foundation. You can indicate certainly it's more probative, prejudicial than probative, but given what they're alleging in the indictment, it would be relevant. Its probative values more outweighs its prejudicial aspect. So I'll deny that motion.
Your Honor, there is nothing alleged in that house that needs to be working.
But you can't, to their point, you can't have them stipulate away their case. If they decide they want to do that, that's fine. But I've got to give them the opportunity to at least establish that it's a working weapon.
No, it doesn't have to be working. Your Honor, if they don't accept the stipulation and the court doesn't accept it, that's fine. I'm not going to challenge it. What that means is the relevance of shooting it is very little. Under 401, under 403, now we're talking about a balancing test. What is the probative value, Your Honor, besides to prejudice the jury? What is the possible relevance? It doesn't say was used, was in working condition. All it says is, here's the gun. I am not going to challenge anything about that gun whatsoever. So I'd ask you to not deny it. And it fires so fast. I mean, I know who I'm speaking with. I'm confident you're familiar with weapons well beyond this weapon. But it will scare the average person. And there is no reason. The issue is that it was a possessed in correlation with a gang offense, a marijuana offense with intent to distribute, and a codeine offense with intent to distribute. That's why it's here, possession of firearm during commission of those crimes, not that it's a working firearm. And I'm still.
It was allegedly possessed in one of these three.
That's all it is. That's count 62. It has nothing to do with, and the state is disingenuous. You know, I use my words very, very carefully, hopefully, all the time, to say that they need this to show the jury. They need it because they want to win this case, but they're not going to win it fairly. And that's what the court is the gatekeeper for. I ask you to not permit that evidence in.
All right.
And Your Honor, we've joined these
You know, I'd like to address.
we have adopted,
But they've adopted this particular motion, all ball motion, so I'll let anybody kind of just weigh in. Yes, what does he want to tell me?
so Your Honor, and I do have the video, I haven't read it queued up, I'd like to play it. The whole purpose of the state proving their case is true. We cannot interfere with the way they want to prove their case. But 403 balancing still kicks in. That's what the whole point of Old Chief was. In Old Chief, you know, the defense couldn't just say, no, we can just tell you what to do and what not to do. But in this case, there is a stipulation, and we join in that stipulation. When you put a switch on a clock, it makes it a machine gun. An expert could testify to that. They will have an expert. But it is the claim that, if I may, Your Honor, may I play this and I put it as Defense Exhibit 1 for purposes of this motion. There's a delay. Oh, my fault. I'm just gonna fast forward a little bit since the video's a little longer than expected. Oh, you want me to play the whole thing?
Well, it's part of it's just the loading and whatever else. I don't need to see any of that. Just let me see what the final presentation is.
Mile 45, duties weapon. Serial number is Bravo Top Uncle George 256. Chamber.
Hey Randall, when this is over, I need to talk to you about something.
Rank is high.
Hey, Mr. Bush, I didn't even see you in here.
Bravo number 45, serial number Baker Paul Henry, Whiskey 105. Six-round magazine.
Okay.
So, you know,
All right. I see it.
in essence, what the reality is that we've spoken to a number of jurors. It is part of our questionnaire. There are people that have very strong feelings about guns, and some of them are not being excused just because of that. But the act of shooting in this particular video, we can even hear.
Look at him. He's acting regular on this, right? Y'all see
Those are
him?
being
No, okay,
fired
now
at
he's
the
starting
same
acting
time.
up.
And just like
We're looking at
many
this for
puppies and many
Dorsey.
people, they flinch. Some of us have been flinching every time there's a shot. It doesn't go to
Okay,
prove whether or
okay,
not
Bush,
it
I
is a
got
machine
you.
gun. Their expertise and the stipulation establishes that it is a machine gun. If it had been alleged that this machine gun was fired, specifically, if it had been alleged that a machine gun was fired by Mr. Dorsey, then sure, that is part of their case. But at this point, the probative value is substantially outweighed by the prejudicial effect of the bans, the constant bans.
Make sure you, we'll include that as D1 for purposes of this motion. I'll admit it. Given I've seen D1, I'm going to allow the state to play it. Okay? All right. I've noted your objections. We'll go ahead and take a recess
You
until
saw that? So
till
basically, the
2:40, I
judge
should
allowing
say.
them to keep
And
the video of
at
the
that
guy
point in time,
shooting
Mr.
the
Chair, I think
gun.
you got one more. You got a renewed
So-
motion for speedy trial, and then I'll transition into the juror examinations at that time. Okay?
Okay.
It's just, I would just be courteous, I reviewed every time there's a new indictment and your orders for speedy trial and control, that's why I filed.
Okay. All right. Okay, I'll take it up when we come back. So, all right, we're in recess.
Okay, see now look at Dorsey. We're looking at Dorsey, y'all. Hold on. So we then recess on that one. Hold on a second. Let me just stop this for a second and go on to my next video. Just 1 second. Okay, we're still looking at Dorsey, okay? Hold on a second. Let me just close this one out and put it back up. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's the one that's acting up, LLC. His case has been they dropped the RICO charges on him and the gang stuff. They dropped them, so he's no longer part of the trial. You see how he's acting regular, y'all? You see that, right? When the judge is not around? Look. Y'all see that? When more and more people comes in, how he's going to start acting up.
silent though, that's not.
Mrs. Smith, Keith, you know, there.
Oh, you're over. Much
They're gonna blame us.
Remain seated, court come to order.
Please be seated.
Okay, let's watch to see if he acts up. Hold on, let's see. Because he's so quiet with his headphone on right now. We're looking at Dorsey, y'all. Miranda, he has been taken off the case now. He's no longer. And guess what? Your favorite attorney is going to be on tomorrow night. He's going to be here at 7 o'clock. He's going to be here at 7 o'clock. No, his client, the charges has been dropped against him. The one right next to him right now, his trial,
All right, is everybody here? Let's
his
see.
charge has been dropped.
Yes, sir. Looks like everybody's present and accounted for.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay. Before we go ahead and get started.
No
Mr.
bail for
Steele,
him, Miranda.
and-
He's been,
and
he was,
keeping up with the-
hold on, I
the
gotta
last
stop
motion
it.
you
Hold
filed,
on.
I think you
I'll
were
tell you in
about
a minute,
to address
Rand.
it, but we went to have lunch. Was your motion for speedy trial?
Okay, I'm gonna fast forward the speedy trial stuff and then get back to the end of this so we can see him act
Mr.
up.
Williams did file a proper statutory.
I'm gonna go to all the way to end. See how he's acting normal, y'all. Look, he's acting normal. See him sitting there. Look,
Okay, madam, I gotta ask you.
so there is
some-
this is
some
during jury
questions, but let me-
selection part,
before I
right?
do that,
But hold on, let me
kinda
go
just
ahead. Don't go towards
summarize
the
where we
end.
are with your journey with us so far. You came in on or about the 5th of January, heard me.
Federal or state, where you indicated that you do.
Okay,
Information about the case.
I have no information other than
okay. See how he act? He's sitting there regular, right, y'all?
If you were selected as a juror, and let me back up.
Okay,
Too comfortable, okay?
okay. This is the juror leaving. Okay.
1921, thank you. So if you work 8
That's
hours.
Dorsey.
You make about $154. This is just gross.
Your favorite lawyer,
based on your hourly
Ponytail,
rate.
Dorsey is his
And if
client.
you work 16 hours.
Yeah, that's his client. See him sitting next to him? That's Dorsey. Dorsey is your favorite attorney's client.
You make about $307 and some change. That sound about right?
sounds about right.
Per pay period, right?
Sounds about right.
Okay, all right. Gotta ask you some additional questions ordinarily, madam. There will be none of my business, so please forgive me in advance. Madam, do you own a home, have a mortgage, or do you pay rent and utilities?
Rent.
Okay, and if I could ask you, what's your rent and utilities? What's your all-in figure every month?
Rent utilities would be $750.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the end.
Do
Hold
you
on.
have any other extraordinary expenses that you pay every month? All right, I understand that. And so do the councils in here.
Hold on. Here we go.
Ms. Love, anything, madam? Anything about any individual defendant?
No, Your Honor.
May I excuse juror 288 for hardship, counsels?
No, Judge.
All right, madam, I'm gonna go ahead and excuse you for hardship. We'll wish you all the best, okay?
Oh,
Thank
you
you.
talking about Manasseh? Oh, he's not part of the case anymore. That's what you talking about, Manasseh. I thought Ponytail was your favorite. My bad. I thought Ponytail was your favorite attorney. He's your second. Okay. Bobby, let me tell you. Okay, when I get off of this, I'm gonna when I finish showing you the guys, I gotta share some stuff with you guys. He is so right. There's some shenanigan that's going on in the courtroom. Okay, after this, I'm gonna show you some stuff that tell you stuff that's going on in the courtroom, and
Okay, councils, that concludes our business for today, at least all the business that we were scheduled to take care of. Tomorrow being the 1st of September, I can't believe it's September already. But tomorrow will come and it'll be September the 1st. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we will be conducting jury selection, continuing with the examination of our jurors, starting at 9 o'clock, and we'll go to approximately about 11:30 or before or sooner if we clear that. And just to let you know, Ms. Von Kels, as of right now, has lined up for tomorrow. Of course, confirmation waiting. Jurors 295, 301, and 303. 295, 301, and 303. That is the voir dire lineup, potential voir dire lineup for tomorrow.
yeah, Bobby, and a lot of others was thrown in there too, Bobby. A lot of other, just like Rodriguez Ryan, he's just thrown in there too because he has his own case. Bobby, you're absolutely right on that.
All right. Are there any
Rodriguez
minutes
was
or any
never.
part in there at this
Eppinger
point in
was
time?
never.
Your Honor, there is one item that the state is on administrative question.
Can you ask it in front of everybody or what? Okay, go ahead.
It's to do with transcript of the April 20 hearing that I bear a message from Mr. John Floyd. Microphone, please.
Your Honor, we were going to ask on behalf of Mr. John Floyd about whether the transcript for the April 20 motion that he argued, whether that was available. Mr. Floyd, I guess, needs it to prepare his order.
You buying sandwiches from Anton Samora. Don't come without them or else. Don't want to hear it. Your colleagues want Anton's.
Can I be something other than sandwiches?
What'd you have in mind?
You know what I am.
I don't want to hear about your extracurricular activities, okay? As entertaining as they may be. All right. Miss Weaver's going to double check, but she believes that task has already been done, so.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else?
Real
Yes.
quick, Your Honor. I know this is way in advance for the court, but September 15th and September 25th are religious holidays.
Okay, we looked
don't
at that part already.
So
We
if you're planning on having court that,
looked at all that already.
just some guidance as to next week. I do know that I have to report back on the 6th at 9 a.m. upstairs. And I'm thinking it's gonna run into Thursday. I doubt it's gonna run into Friday, but does that mean that there'll be more motions in our absence or just off days?
I was gonna wait and find out what you're doing. I think the last day that I have some say on will be September the 5th, when we deal with the contempt issue juror, alleged contempt issue juror 25 and jury selection. So on the 6th, I will more than likely take status on some things that we have outstanding that your colleagues have indicated. For example, there are a number of motions that Mr. Adams and Mr. Steele have filed on behalf of Mr. Williams that that should be satisfied, or you're to update me on that. So I will probably take some time on the 6th to do that. So I don't believe you'll, if your intent to still, you and your client, for to continue to waive that, or tell me what your pleasure is. But that's what I plan on doing, and just waiting and see what happens with your other matter.
Chairman, asking Your Honor, I waive my presence and my client first, but in our presence, we are confident that those motions will be handled adequately, and if there's any issues, we ask Steve on the court any objections after we get a chance to review the transcripts.
Mr. Dorsey, are you in concurrence, sir? Could you make an audible response just so I know you can? That's a nonverbal response. Can you make an audible response for me, sir?
You know, we might have to take up an issue, but once we come back out.
Say again?
We might have to bring up an issue once we get back next week. I mean, at this point, with the way things have turned lately, I might need the court to inquire as a competency, Your Honor.
I'll deal with that accordingly, but your client, I notice, has been doing the same behavior, and I believe Judge Adams inquired into it as well. So I don't believe that he may be doing just for the purposes of just drawing attention to himself. But of course, sir, as you are well aware, I'm duty bound to consider whatever it is you want to tell me. But your client's nodded in affirmance. He just has some extra movements that the court is noticing, and he's done that the entirety of this particular proceeding. So you haven't said anything up to this point in time, so I'm going to assume that that's something that you and he are working through.
You know, and then on Tuesday, what time are we going to do?
9 o'clock. Yeah, let's see. Hold on, wait 1 second. Tuesday the 6th? The 5th? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I apologize. Yeah, 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, okay. All right, anybody else?
Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Steele.
I'll put it in writing, I'm going to file a motion to sever if that conduct continues. Mr. Dorsey, because I believe it's going to prejudice Mr. Williams from the jury.
You're welcome to file whatever you feel necessary, Mr. Steele. We'll take that up accordingly. Okay? Anybody else? All right. Unless there's any other inquiry of me, then we'll see you all tomorrow morning for a few people to examine. All right. We're in recess.
Okay. All right. I wanted to bring to you guys some to you guys' attention of some things that's happening at the courthouse, since I've been there. And I'm just going to piggyback on what Bobby mentioned in regards to some things, some shenanigans that's going on in the courtroom. I want to say, first of all, thank you guys for being here. But as a independent reporter, person that goes into the court and gather the information, I was going into the the self-service area of the court where I would get my the documents. You pull it on yourself instead of having to wait 72 hours to get information. So self-service department where they have a whole bunch of computers there and you can get your information. I used to email the dockets to myself instead of having to go on from home because it's 50 cents a page. I can't afford 50 cents a page of pages and pages and pages of document. So I would go down to the courthouse myself and I would email the like the filings, the motions to myself so I don't have to pay that fee of having to do it from home, utilizing their system and having to pay 50 cents a page. So to cut all that extra cost, I would go down there myself and get it, which is at no cost. The only cost is me driving down there and getting on their computer, which is a public access type of computer, right? So just recently, I went down there on last Friday. I come into the building and in the self-service area, all the computers are new. They decide to get new computers to block individuals from being able to get documents. I asked the person that was behind the desk, I said, what's going on? Because it's just like you go into a library. You know how a library, you go and you use your library card. You can send information to yourself. It's all free unless you're printing. If you're printing, then you got to pay the fee. I mean, I understand that. But if you're sending the document to yourself and things like that, there should be no cost because there's no cost is affiliated with you getting it because the system is paid for by taxpayers' money. And so why not since I'm there, be able to get my document? They tell me because of security reason. This is since Trump case, y'all. They went and got all new computers. Not that they just blocked it from the system. They went and got all new computers, guys. You're not able to send stuff to yourself. So I said, well, then that's violation of the freedom of the press and all that. The guy tells me, oh yeah, you can request it. It's not a problem. You can request it from open records, but they give you 72 hours. By that time, it's like my reporting is just like, it's not important because if you don't put the right name or you don't put the right case that you want, that's going to be more prolonged time. So therefore now it's like, I can't even get the information anymore. I can go sit there and look at it and you can't take pictures of it. They don't allow you to take a picture of the documents that you want. So you have to sit and wait 72 hours to get it if you want to get it for free. So, but if you do want it, you got to pay 50 cents per page. You get what I'm saying? Do you guys understand what's going on? And I'm told that there has been like threats, and there's threats to the not just the prosecutor, but to Fonnie Willis. There's been threats. I don't know what's going on, who's threatening him, but Steph, don't do that. Lord Jesus. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I just got distracted for a second. But anyway, so there's a lot of weird things going on in Fulton County. That's all I'm gonna say. Some weird, strange stuff is happening in Fulton County. And you guys know the cameraman has not been there the whole week. The person that's responsible for the camera has not been there the whole week. So if you notice that nobody's been able to have any footage. So it's some craziness, some real weird stuff that's happening right now. You know, I can't explain it, but hopefully I can get some answers to some of the stuff that's going on, because I'm asking questions and no one can give me full reason for certain things and why they're happening. So I don't understand how a government office can't protect their own system some kind of way without jeopardizing individuals that's trying to get information from, the system. Okay, if you don't want internet, then let me still be able to download it on an SD drive or something like that instead of, and I probably a part of it is because they want the money, right? Probably because look, they have this case that's costing them all this amount of money, and so and that's probably part of it. But anyway, I have a call that's just coming through and I need to answer it. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off. But don't forget, tomorrow night I will have attorney, I call him Attorney Suri, but Jim Jimenez, and he will be on to answer any question. It's gonna be subscribers only. I might make it members only. I don't know who's able to type in the chat, but I'll figure it out how I'm gonna do this. So he'll be on tomorrow at 7 p.m. for you guys, and I have some other guests that will be coming on through here to answer your question. All right. Okay. So you guys, McCain, the case seems weak. Okay, seeing that Trump, how he's bigger fish, and we're gonna. T-Girl, I agree with you on that one. And so, but this is causing chaos with other cases because people are not just there for the Trump case, and so you shouldn't block folks from getting information which is supposed to be public information. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? See, Bobby, it's crazy. It's crazy because you know. It's crazy. I don't quite understand what is being hidden. To me, it seems like some shady stuff is going on because it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. And I think they're trying to block, to see who's using what, who's seeing what. I think it's more of them trying to control what we speak about. Trying to censor us, trying to censor what we say and the information we're bringing out, the news reporting we're doing, and it's not right. Exactly, Sierra. It's not right. You're just trying to censor us. I'm coming down there to get the information. I don't have 50 cents per page to pay for all these things. I started out in the beginning. It was too much. When I was pulling this stuff out, when I open up an account, have an account with the with Fulton County, and 50 cents a page could be pretty hefty after a while. Paces is only 10 cents a page. So you can imagine 50 cents per page, 2 pages, $1 right there. Imagine if you're getting transcript and that transcript has over 200 pages on it. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's $100 for one set of transcript. It costs a lot. So far, they're in the millions, McCain. They're in the millions for this case. They're in the millions. And then you have camera people who's not showing, the local camera folks, they're not showing up to the case. Meanwhile, there's stuff that's being done in the courtroom that we want to see as people, and we can't. We can't. I'm in the courtroom and I can't get in certain courtroom. And then we go upstairs, they don't have the upstairs overflow open. Then you don't have a camera person. It's a lot of shenanigans that's going on. It's a lot of shenanigans. Yeah, it's a lot, Dre. I mean, and I'm trying to report things as you know, unbiased and just facts, straight facts. That's why I use the paperwork, because I want to just show straight facts, not my opinion on anything. And the way you're going to show straight facts is bringing the actual documents to you guys. And so now they're preventing me from being that, because it's costly. And I'm a one-person shop here. I don't have the funding in the back end like these big-time companies. Or the big-time companies only going to give you what they want to give you. You know, the mainstream media, they're only gonna give you what they want you to get. If they have a picture they want to paint up on a defendant, that's what they're gonna give you. But if I'm providing you the facts and stuff like that, and then it's gonna cost, it's crazy. It's really, really crazy. And that's why so many people who don't have the finances of being convicted and not being fully like representing and giving information out is because of the shenanigan and the tactics that they're using right now. It is they can't explain to me, why can I get my SD card and get the documents that I need? You know what I'm saying? I'm driving down there. Why am I being prevented from getting the documents that I was getting before? I was emailing it to myself. So they block you from, they have a firewall where you block you from sending it to your email. I have my SD card. SD card, it blocks me from even saving it onto my SD card. This is the craziest thing. They're like saying, the guy said something about people downloading different apps. Different apps. I didn't download anything. You know, I didn't upload apps or nothing like that. All I came for is the documents that supposed to be public information. And for me to be able to get it, I gotta pay you 50 cents per page. And then you say, okay, there's a way of you getting free information is by Freedom Open Records, right? You can get open records, and open records take 72 hours. So that becomes like, and if you don't do it right, you have to start over, and then you have to have the stuff, you know. It's crazy. Penny messed up when she went at Trump. Now she has the street and government after her. But I mean, I just want to get the information. I just want to be able to get the documents. I just want to be able to give you guys the information and report it. That's what I want to do. It's supposed to be fair act use. It's supposed to be freedom of information and all that kind of stuff. We're supposed to be able to get that for the public to get the information. And why is it not being allowed to give it? No, they said I am allowed, but you got to fill out this form. I can't get it myself now, right? I'm traveling down to the courthouse to get it myself like I used to. I've been doing this for years now, right? Getting information. And now all of a sudden I'm blocked because what? Somebody's going to have to explain to me why. Why am I blocked? So that's what the kind of stuff I'm going through right now. And that's one of the reasons why I have not been giving you guys any like updates, because of the shenanigan that's going on in Fulton County courthouse. It's a bunch of shenanigan. So I probably need to but I can't speak for what I need to do, but I'll just wanted to give you guys that update and information. Hey Wars, how you doing? So we'll see what happened. We'll see. But I gotta ask. I need to speak to whoever's in charge of that department to find out what needs to be done, because I need to get information so I can report. I'm not, and it's not fair. I have to go through open records, and it takes what, 72 hours to get your stuff back. You said my Cash App is right there by my face, Dre. It's $ infamous Sylvia. It's $ infamous Sylvia. But you see, here's the thing, Dre. Cash apps is not a guarantee thing. You know, people, there are people who are struggling. You know what I mean? There are people who are struggling, who can't constantly give and give and give and give. That's why I don't. I'm just frustrated right now, Dre. I'm sorry. I'm just frustrated. I'm really frustrated because it's like I'm being hindered from doing my job, giving information out. You know, it's frustrating, and it seems to me like some crazy shenanigan is going on. It is some craziness going on. You know, I go through the proper protocol, fill the proper documents out, make the proper requests, show up, don't start any trouble. I am quiet as a mouse when I'm at the courthouse. I'm very friendly. I'm not combative. I follow the rules. But why am I being treated like this? Being prevented from getting the information that I need to bring the information out to the people, you know? It does, Dre. I'm sorry going through the. Hopefully you finally get some answers. It's so frustrating. The best trial blogger. Oh, thank you, Toria, thank you. It's just, it's really frustrating, y'all. It's really frustrating. And I know everything that's worth it is work. And I understand that. I don't mind hard work. I don't mind it at all. And I am very willing to do it. But why is it there's so many roadblocks and prevention of people? And what I see, to me, because I try not to put any personal feelings behind some of this stuff, but when I'm constantly being bombarded by stuff like this, it has me thinking something, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything like that, but it has me thinking and question some of the stuff that's going on in the courtroom. Even like right before, I'm going to tell y'all, right before Dorsey, because everybody knew that the government had already made a decision they were going to take him off, right? They knew, because I had gotten information about that. They knew. But let me tell you what happened. The day when I went to go get my armband, right? Went there, got my armband, and all attorneys were standing outside. And I was like trying to figure out why they were standing outside. So one of the attorneys tried to go into the courtroom because his clients, and they were supposed to be in there because they're supposed to start at 1:00. And now it's about 2:15 and they still had not gotten inside, right? So one attorney, I'm not going to mention the name of the attorney, tried to go inside the door, and the sheriff department personnel stopped him from going in there and told him he could not go. And when he had opened up the door, there was like a private hearing that was going on, and they were not part of it, right? And then let me tell you another thing that happened. Every day, if you notice, trial has been starting later and later every day. Instead of it starting at 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, it's starting like 2 o'clock. Now, here's what's happening. During the early hours, they're having hearings and trials and different things that affects the case with the YSL. I'm going to give you an example. Unfu had a hearing on this past Monday, right? And it's with another judge, another type of case, right? But I think that case has they kind of put it with YSL because it seemed like they putting it because since it's called RICO, they're adding all kinds of different offenses that happen, which has nothing to do with the YSL case, but they're trying to get enough ammunition to add on so it could justify the YSL. If you guys understand what I'm saying, okay? Say like Dorsey had a murder case that he was convicted of in DeKalb County, right? They're using his conviction for that case in the YSL RICO, because what they're doing is with that RICO, it's like a small smorgasbord where you could dump all kinds of food, different flavors of food in there, so it could make their case more robust, more like believable. It's basically tainting the juror because you're taking cases that has nothing to do with the case that you're referring to make it more gruesome, more believable. You know what I'm saying? Because if you have somebody who has been already convicted for murder and now they're part of this case here, the likelihood of getting a conviction for that person is really high because you know what? Because he's already considered a murderer. You get what I'm saying? So that's what they're doing. Because everybody, if you notice, of people that's been doing stuff and the ones that's been really acting up and with the drugs and all that are the ones who have had case, who are convicted felons already, or convicted inmates or whatever. You have their cases, and what the juror is going to look at, they're going to look at, hey, John has a case and he has been convicted. He's in jail serving time for that case. So the likelihood of him being guilty in this case is really, really high. So therefore, I'm already thinking he's guilty because he's already serving time. And this is why Mr. Steele is putting so many like motions about suppressing or getting rid of certain things, which has nothing to do with his case, so he can get a fair trial. So Mr. Williams could get a fair trial. And right now, the way it's looking, Mr. Williams, if you notice, nothing is really against him other than them, finding the weapon and the drug and that kind of stuff, which the reality of it, he was not a convicted felon for him not to be able to have firearms. So therefore, that's a no-no. And then when the judge ruled back in November about him, them not being able to use those things, they have to find other things to luster the case and get a conviction. All they're looking for is conviction, and they'll do it by any means necessary. Yes, Angie, that prejudicial. They want to make it, where the jurors already has this bias or preconceived prejudice against the defendants. So the trial is not going to be fair. True to Lit says this case is wild. The people should start protesting for a fair, speedy trial. I agree with you. And this is part of your right as American citizen. You have a right to protest. You have a right to voice your opinion, but you have to do it in a peaceful protest. Not that craziness now, not threatening anybody, not pushing all this stuff. Peaceful protest and having a large crowd, and for the people could see. And when they see a large crowd, they look at voting possibilities, voting positions, like, okay, if this many crowds in Fulton County are out here, that means the possibility of me getting reelected for this position is almost nil. So I'm going to make sure things are done correctly and right, because all of it is about people gaining position, or people staying in position of power. You know what I mean? Because people love power for some strange reason. They love to be the one who makes the call, the one that's in charge, So And so by all means necessary, that's what they're trying to do, is to stay in the position, and they'll take anybody down, even if they lie, make up stuff, and make things look as if they were, which is not. What happened to the investigation of Woody? Thank you, Bobby. It just become null and void all of a sudden, right? It's not going to be a fair trial. Absolutely, it's not going to be a fair trial. And the thing is, we have to recognize that the time it's taken for them to even get a juror should enough be something that concern the people, the public. There's no way it should have taken 9 months, y'all. We are in the 9th month of jury selection. Today's the 13th. The trial started January 4th originally, and it was called into order January 9th, but the jurors was called in January 4th to fill out their questionnaire. And to this date, on September 13, 2023, we have not seated, they have not seated not one juror, not one. And then, but meanwhile, you can have a speedy trial. In Trump's case, you have 2 individuals who wants a speedy trial, who their case is supposed to start on October 23rd. How is that possible when they haven't even gotten YSL even settled with jurors yet? Not even the trial started on that. How? How, guys? How is it possible for them to even get to the Trump case? And then you see, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. And you know, our judicial system is supposed to be the best judicial system in the world. America is supposed to be ahead with fairness and treating people with equal or super fair, you know, but I don't see it. I don't see it at all. And guys, I'm only giving you guys my experience as far as the courtroom, as things that's happening, and how I'm prevented from being in the courtroom. But people who they know who gonna give the reporting according to the way they want it done, they're allowed inside the courtroom. That they're the one allowed in the courtroom, and half of them see the injustice that's being done to me. At first, I thought it was more of a woman thing, and then I saw women going in there. Then I said, it's because I'm an outsider. Because I'm an outsider. I'm not part of that status quo of being controlled and being being told what and how to present certain things, you know, and not showing the whole facts. The whole facts. The facts of the document, and and they don't want you to share the paperwork. Why? Why is the paperwork not being shared? Why are you stopping me from getting access to the paperwork and sharing it to the people? And I try to do it the most economic way by driving down there and getting the information myself. Getting the footage myself from the camera person. I have the whole week, no camera person. The local camera person do not show up. Why is that? Because it's supposed to be publicized, right? The case is supposed to be to the public, supposed to be shown. I just hope when the trial when the first opening arguments start, that the trial will be televised the way it's supposed to be televised. And they wasted so much money, so now they're trying to get the money from us. And it's not my fault that you decided to go for YSL and you weren't ready, and it's costing the city so much money. And now you're trying to get 50 cents per page from me. I'm not the one who made the wrong decision. And it's about money now. You're trying to recoup what you lost. And then you're buying all these new computers for what? You're wasting money right there. Bought all these new computers, guys. They bought a whole bunch of, the whole room is full of new computers to prevent people like me to be able to get access to the information and bring it out to you guys. They want me to go through open records, and then open records may decide they don't want to pull everything that you're asking for. You have to fill out this form. You know how tedious and bothersome that is? Every time I need something, I have to do that. But I guess I'm gonna have to because it's double the work, because I gotta go down there, find out what motion it was and what's the motion called. Then I gotta go to open record. I can't even email it from their system. I gotta email it from my phone, and it's really tedious and it's nonsense, time consuming, costly. It's not fair. It's not right. So on that note, I'm about to take my butt off this live because I got to return this call that I just got, and hopefully they have some remedy for me on this situation. But you guys, don't forget, tomorrow night I will have one of YSL's attorneys. His client has been his RICO charges and charges against him has been dropped. So he'll be here, and it's going to be subscribers mode. So please hit the like, subscribe, and share. I need this because my we got to make this happen, y'all. We got to make this happen in the infamous Sylvia channel, because without y'all, this cannot be done. The words cannot be spreaded, you know. And I know you guys want entertainment stuff. You want gossip. You want nonsense. But this is so important, y'all. This is very important. This is part of our democracy, part of our judicial system. This is important. I know it's not the entertainment stuff that you guys are so used to, you know, like gossip television and celebrity tearing down lives of people, and you know, this is information that you guys need, that you will be affected by it if you allow the censorship of your information being spoken of, like the judicial system, you know. And this is very serious, very serious. And that's why I'm asking you guys, if you please, well, I don't normally beg, but I'm begging you guys to share this. Share it. Let the people know what's happening in Fulton County. It's really sad that this kind of stuff is happening, you know, and it should not be allowed. The public needs to know what's happening in the court system. It's part of our democracy. It's part of our rights, you know, rights as an American citizen. We should know. We should know. We should have freedom of information. Yeah, Angie, you're right. They're not allowing family members to be inside the courtroom. That is unheard of. That is unheard of. And I'm told, because someone said, because my protection. I'm like, but they got all these other people. They have like students coming in, people who are interns coming in, but they're not worthy of protection too. I don't know. It's just the weirdest stuff. It's the weirdest stuff. But hopefully you guys pray with me. Please pray. Please pray for me. Please pray. I'm getting it out. Please pray for me. Please pray for in regards to the situation. And God has the answers. He has the answers, and I believe that He will answer our prayer. And because it's getting frustrating. But I got to go. I got to see what this call is about. I'll see you guys later. You have a great day. Thank you, Linda. I will be encouraged. Thank you, all. I see you guys later. Have a great one. Bye.